money on our taxes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the way to do that. So I'm gonna, talk with you for a bit. I'm gonna go through some slides that I have. I'm gonna tell you my story. I'm gonna tell you a whole bunch of stuff. And if you're there, then ask questions along the way. I'm happy to answer them. But what I want to tell you about is how I went from failure to full-time actor. And when I say full-time actor, a lot of people give me grief about that. They're like, I haven't seen you on a bunch of stuff, and I get it. You probably have not. This whole year, in fact, I've not booked anything this entire year. I know, loser. Haven't booked anything this entire year. However, in the course of my acting career, made over $400,000, which isn't bad. It's not great. It isn't bad. I'm looking forward to the day that I make that on one shoot, you know what I'm saying, or one TV show, one episode. It's not there yet. And for those of you who are just getting started in the career, you're like, if I had thought about it when I first started, I'd be like, wow, when I first understood about how the business actually worked. I think when I first got out of school, I'd have been like, so I'm going to do that in my first movie, I think we get out of school with that idea. But if you've been here before, then, I tried to teach you guys a lot of different things. Just, acting as a business as opposed to an art form, because although the art form is wonderful and it's great, and that's why we love to do it, if you want to earn income from it, then you have to do different things. It's not just about your ability to perform. It has to be about your ability to find customers who want to buy your service. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. We are going to talk about how, well, I'll get into the PowerPoint in a bit, and I'm going to talk over it, and you guys are going to learn a bunch. And please just ask questions along the way. Is there anybody there? Is anybody even, am I completely alone right now? Watch in here? I think I am. I think I'm just talking to myself. I know the other email will go out, and it'll go out to Facebook. No, there we go. There we go. So Swiss wants to know what projects I've been in. I'm here. Hey, Randy, what's up? Randy Thomas. Hey, good to see you, Randy. Trying to get a voice acting. Okay, fun with it. Awesome, cool. So I don't have to keep refreshing? I think you're going to have to keep refreshing. I think you are. So, I'll answer the question. Swice wants to know what projects I've been in and things like that. And a lot of people on here kind of know me already. But here's the most important part. For over 15 years now, I haven't had a day job, and I have been a full-time actor. So what projects have I been on? Does that matter? Well, yeah, it matters. If you're in porn, then I don't want to do that. Then I shouldn't listen to you. You're probably right. Unless you learn something from me and you can apply that somewhere else into what you want to do. Does that make sense? So if you want to open up another window and go to bonesrodriguez.com, go ahead. You'll see stuff I've been in, right? And we're going to talk about that along the way. But this webinar is specifically about teaching you what you can do with your life, what projects you can become a part of and do what you want to do, and how to do that, have the time, energy, and money to be able to be free to do that. Because what I learned, and some of you are probably going to be in this situation, you started to realize, wait a second, I have to earn money while I'm building my acting career. And even if some of you have started to book stuff, you start realizing, hey, I booked something, but then I got paid for it, and now I still need to go back to the job to book the next thing. And there's that kind of cycle, and it's really easy. 98% of actors quit before they turn 30. Both cities are full of people who have quit along the way. Some people have quit and don't know it. Some people are career waiters and don't know it. Some people have desk jobs. I say waiting tables, watching babies, and walking dogs. Those are the 3 W's. So to answer your question, Swice, I guess, Swice. I've been in a bunch of stuff. Very little TV, very little film, dozens of commercials, and done hundreds, maybe thousands of stage shows at this point. Hundreds. I don't think I've reached 1,000 stage shows. No, that's crazy, right? That's crazy, right? Hundreds, yeah, hundreds. I should qualify that. I should qualify? What? The hundreds? Well, here's why. So my wife and I met doing an improv show that was a professional improv gig. And at first it was 7 days a week. you know, or 6 days a week, and then a show Sunday night anyway. So we were off Saturday. Was that what we were off Saturday? So 6 nights a week, and we got paid for it, and we did that, and it was a full-time gig, and that was a long time ago. But I haven't gotten a day job since then. Okay, so when I say I've done hundreds of stage shows, it means I've done shows with that company the whole time. But of the $400,000+ I've made, like 390,000 of it is commercials. And I think when I first got out of school, you know, if I'd heard that, I'd be like, oh, commercial's not really acting. Until you realize that, oh, when you do a commercial, you get paid every time it plays. And oh shit, you know, like one of the commercials I did paid like 85 grand over a year and a half. So checks just kept coming in. Well, if you got paid like that, why would you ever go to work? Because the checks just kept coming. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Welcome here. I just wanted to answer that question. I'm glad you guys are here. Hello, hello, hello. Please, yeah, answer in the chat, ask away as we go along. What I'm going to do is start this. I'm going to start this PowerPoint. You know, there's some slides I made for you just to keep myself on track, really, because I'm notorious for like really delving deep into stuff. I wanted to make sure that I covered everything I wanted to cover. Randy Thomas is here. Randy Thomas has a great business. He does the Actors Advantage program. I'm going to tell you guys that to check that out. He's doing some a tour of live seminars around the country, both countries, I guess, Canada and the U.S. And I'm looking forward to meeting you when you come into New York, Randy. I learned a lot from his book. I recommend you pick that up. He has a great, great, great story. Randy Thomas has a great, great story of being a body double for someone, and he starts the chapter on top of Halle Berry. Whew, that is worth getting into acting alone. You know what I'm saying? All right, so congratulations to Randy Thomas. All right, so I'm going to do some screen shares along the way. I'm actually going to teach you guys some stuff. So let me get to this entire screen and share. I'm going to get to this because I want to show you guys how I do this. So let's get to present. I'm going to check with my wife to make sure that, yeah, okay, this will work. So here's the name of this thing, How I Went from Failure to Full-Time Actor. If you're on my mailing list already, then you probably got the short ebook report about this that tells some of the story. I'm going to go in tonight, teach you about how I did it and how you can too, okay? The sponsor for this is the No More Waiters Mastermind session recordings. There are two kinds of actors, those who bring the check to the table and those who get the check in the mail. Which do you want to be? Okay, here's what to expect. Tonight, I'm going to tell you my story and why most of the things we've been taught about the acting profession is a lie or are lies. I will tell you how to get agents looking for you and why they'll send you out before even seeing you perform. I know that as a fact because that's what happened with me on more than one occasion. So how you can go full-time in your career so you don't ever have to work a survival job again. I'm going to give you personal proof. I haven't had a day job, as I said before, in over 15 years, and I've made over $400,000 just from SAG through commercials, stage, and you see 4 teeny tiny TV credits from a long time ago. Most of my friends quit long ago, and something like 98% of actors quit by the age 30 because they can't afford to keep trying. That's what you know that already, right? Everyone says, "Oh, I'm going to get out. I'm going to try this thing for a while," but in the back pocket, I'm going to have a degree in accounting just in case, right? You know that already. That's probably why you're listening to me now. You know, sometimes people act like I'm lying about that or something. Like, you know, they get mad because I'm telling the truth. That's the truth. So I get to do what I want each day. Now that I have a baby, it's a little different. The things I want now are different. Perform or not, work or not. We are not rich. We just finished our taxes, and it was depressing, in my opinion. We're not rich yet. My philosophy and strategies are followed by people like Chris Brown, Britney Spears, Francis Ford Coppola, the Kardashians, Jessica Simpson, Jessica Alba, Justin Timberlake, Kevin Costner, Will Ferrell, Akon, Sandra Bullock, and a lot more people who have never heard of me. None of those people have heard of me, but they follow my philosophy and strategies. You'll see. Also, people who follow me and my strategies are people you have never heard of, like a couple of these people. This is some testimonials from learning from me, learning from my stuff. I feel so ecstatic that I got this course. I made a larger stream of money for your business. Money you can use instead of working a day job. I can't wait to phase out of my day job. So worth the money to get this information. He walks you through it. Sign up for the mastermind sessions. That's what, you know, the videos are the mastermind sessions. This guy says here, you're guided every step of the way. It's designed to free up time. These are all people who have worked with me, who have made video testimonials. I'll show you those later. You can make money with anything other than your 9 to 5. I'm so thankful. If you're an artist, you got to stop trading your time for money. Check it out. So all that sounds like hype and bullshit. I know, right? Because I told you about Chris Brown and Sandra Bullock, and I know, it sounds like hype and bullshit. My promise to you is that by the time we're done, you'll understand everything I'm telling you is true, well within your reach, but you have to make it happen. I'm going to give you information enough today. There you go. I knew it. The only difference between what you have and what you want is applied knowledge. First, you have to get the knowledge, then you apply it. My promise is that I'm going to give you some mind-expanding, honest-to-God, life-changing information for most of you on this who are watching this. For most of you, I'm going to teach you something that you've never heard before. And the way I know that is because most people haven't heard it before. When I heard it, it blew my mind. I didn't even understand it the first time I kind of was taught it. So I use these ideas I'm going to show you to further my acting career. I'm going to show you tonight more than just how to build your acting business without a day job. I promise, okay? I'll provide the knowledge, then give you the opportunity to apply it at the end. What that means is I'm going to make you an offer to buy something from me. And that offer is I want to earn your trust, your business, and your recommendation. That is why I'm making this right now, because I'm going to make you an offer to buy something from me tonight. So I want to earn your trust, your business, and your recommendation by making this, doing this webinar for you. Whatever you choose to do at the end, that's great, but you will get a lot from this webinar. So stay until the very end, and I will make it a very easy choice for you, okay? So who this is for: if you are out of school and recognize that all the acting craft you learned hasn't helped you make any money, then this is for you. If you are self-motivated enough and confident enough to take responsibility for your own life and your own results, this is for you. If you want to be in charge of your own life and your own destiny instead of, you know, blaming mommy and daddy or your school or the industry or all that stuff, then this is for you. This is not for you if you are still in school and think that your talent will make you into a star. I promise you that there are more talented people working at fast food than are in the movies right now. I promise. If you are waiting for someone else to come rescue you from whatever situation you're in, this is not for you. If you blame the industry for not falling on their knees over you and your art to give you money just, you know, because you're so great, then this is not for you. Okay? And in which case you should just leave, but you'll learn something anyway, but this is not for you. Okay? So what is different about this webinar? Well, I'm not going to tell you how to win an Oscar, how to be a star, or how to walk the red carpet. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass about what you deserve or how you should be applauded for being an actor, although I think it's a gutsy thing. It's another way to not be gutsy also. It can take courage. It can also be cowardly. Maybe I'll talk about that. Maybe not. You will learn one thing here: how to build your acting business without a day job, amongst other things. My point is that I'm not going to teach you how to be a star and all that stuff. I'm going to teach you the stuff that I already promised that I was going to teach you, okay? So I'm going to stop screen sharing for a sec. I'm going to stop screen sharing for a sec. I just want to go back here. Stop screen sharing. I just want to come over here and see if anybody asks any questions in Facebook. I'm just going to refresh here and take a look. If anybody has any questions or anything I've already said, please do. On here, love anyone else, love film as much as me. Okay, cool. Here, thanks for the invite. And actually, good behind the. It's also, is it good to be on set behind the camera too? Of course. Hey, I'm trying to get into voice acting, right? So all those, you know, is it good to be on set behind the camera? Of course, it's good to. And in fact, Randy Thomas will tell you it's good to be in any part of the acting world, of the entertainment industry, because you learn stuff. You know, I say that without doing any of that stuff. That doesn't interest me. You know what I'm saying? What interests me is what I'm going to teach you today and being a performer. But of course that stuff, because you learn all that stuff. And you know, lately we've been talking about doing our own, creating our own content, and that's stuff to learn along the way. You know, we have friends who learned a lot of that stuff, and we're going to work with them. So all that stuff is great. So if you have no questions about what I've already said that I'm going to teach you, then I'm going to go back to the Dealy Bob here, and I'm going to continue sharing. Okay? Going to the share entire screen, share, present. Okay, cool. So where were we? Let's see. So my story. When I got out of school, you know, working a desk job to pay bills and doing shows with friends, hoping to be discovered by agents, sending out my headshots once or twice a year. We were doing shows, of course, because that's what you do, right? I'm in New York, so we were doing shows. In LA, you know, you make your web series, you get on camera, you do your student films, whatever. At the time, we were doing stage shows. We were doing them even in Times Square at the time, and you know, had crowds of people coming to see our shows. Friends were bartending and waiting tables and hoping to be discovered at the restaurant, occasionally going on some open auditions because none of us had agents, none of us had representation. You know, we were just trying to do shows to get noticed. So we were doing cool work. Even now, I think it's cool stuff, rehearsing and getting better at our craft by being on stage and getting great reviews from our family, right? And we were working hard, writing stuff, producing shows, but also aching to break into the industry, to being paid and have someone recognize what we were doing. We just wanted to be able to do it all the time. It was like life began after work. You know, I'd get up, fucking take the train, go to the day job, and like, thank God 5 o'clock came, because now I get to go see my friends, rehearse, write our show, you know, try to put it together. And it was a drag. You know, why did I have to spend 8 hours a day at least doing this stupid thing to pay the bills? So why did we have to work? It was really annoying. I'm sure you know what I mean. I'm sure you felt that way. So I started looking around at who was successful and who wasn't. And, you know, I graduated from school, and this guy who was on a show, his father was a producer of the show. Oh, someone else's mother was a writer, and she was on the show that her mother wrote on. You know, we just didn't have any of that. We didn't have that in, and we realized that, you know, we weren't going to have that in. And I would go to seminars. I heard people say, treat it like a business, treat it like a business. But I had no idea what that meant, as it says in bold here, until I started another business. Okay, so here are some lies we were told. We were told that talent makes a difference, that, you know, if you get good at your craft, that, you know, you're going to stand out, and then an agent's going to find you at some show, and, you know, they're going to manage you until you're a star. It's not true. It's not true, because, you know, you got to get good at auditioning too, right? So I heard you just keep performing and someone will find you, reward you for your patience. Merit is how business and money works. You know, it goes to the best person. Well, that's not true. You know it's not true, because, you know, this week, Batman versus Superman, it has 27% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it made $1 bazillion. As I always talk about Transformers, the last Transformers movie, all of the Transformers movies have sucked, and they've all done great numbers at the box office, right? So it's not the best. So let's just forget about it. And we can whine and ache about how it should be, but it's not. It doesn't work that way. So let's work with what does work, okay? My acting teacher was a teacher and not in the acting business. And I don't want to put him down. I want to put any acting teachers down, or any of us who are acting teachers, but they're not actors. They are people who know how to perform and are teachers. They are teachers who know how to do the act of acting, okay? So here's the truth. There's a difference between knowing how to act and being an actor, okay, with an acting business. When you can be a plumber, but if you aren't in business, then it's just a hobby and you earn no money. You can learn how to plumb, and it's the same thing in our acting profession, because it's a business. business. So, you know, my niece is 13. She knows how to act, right? But she's not an actress, because she doesn't have an acting business, okay? And it's the same thing. If you don't earn income from your acting business, you have a hobby. Straight. That's how it is. I don't gain pleasure in saying that. It's that I wish someone had told me that earlier, because, you know, I felt like, oh, this is what I was supposed to be doing, but it's not true. So here's my story. As I mentioned, someone asked me if I wanted to earn extra money in a side business. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about, but I said yes, because I was already making like $38,000 at this desk job, right? And I was still broke. I was broke all the fucking time anyway. well, you know what, I'm gonna curse anyway. I was broke all the time anyway. I was making 38,000 bucks. I was working 8 hours a day, trying to, you know, perform with my friends at night. I was broke anytime anyway, and what I was doing wasn't working. And it wasn't working for me or any of my friends. My friends who were waiting tables, it wasn't working for them. Bartending, it wasn't working for anybody. So at the time, I got into this MLM, which is multi-level marketing. And at the time, it was like selling stuff to friends and family. That's not what this is about. But I tried for years, never made any money. But I did learn about business and residual income. And this is what really put the light up in my head. It's about doing the work once and continuing to get paid for it. And I went to school, you know, till 21 and never heard of the idea. The idea to do the work once and continue to get paid for it. How does that happen? Well, you know, Adele makes a song, it goes on the radio, she sang the song and recorded it once. Now she gets paid royalties every time it plays or every time someone buys it, right? Movie rights, patents, commercials. Like I said, I do the commercial. I shot commercial for 4 days and got paid $85,000 over a year and a half because every time it played, I got paid. If you do a TV show, you know, it gets replayed in syndication, you get paid again. So real estate, if you own a home and you rent it out to someone, you know, you get that rent money. That's residual income. It's doing the work once and continuing to get paid for it. I'd never heard of that before. It's not trading your time for more money, which is what we're learned in school, right? You go to high school and, you know, with a high school diploma, you can make $15 an hour. But, you know, if you get that college diploma, you can get 18 to 20, right? And oh, if you get that higher school diploma, the graduate school diploma, you can get $25 to $30 an hour. And that's the whole plan. The entire plan is how to increase your dollar per hour. But what I'm talking about is not having a per hour thing at all. And here's a vending machine example. My wife, Laura, she bought a vending machine one day, like a crappy little candy. It wasn't crappy. Excuse me. My wife would like me to know it wasn't crappy. It's this little 3-chamber vending machine. She put Skittles, M&Ms, and peanut M&Ms in the 3 little chambers, right? And she put it in the theater where we were doing shows every week. So every Sunday night, she would go empty out the money and refill the candy. But throughout the week, people were going to that theater and buying candy out of it. Does that make sense? So once a week, she had to go there anyway because we were doing shows. She'd go there, empty out the money, put it in her pocket, and fill up the candy. Okay? And that I want that to make sense to you guys because that's kind of the whole thing. So I talk about online vending machines. I know you can see this in front of you. It's not very efficient of me, but I learned how to create an online vending machine. It works in the same way. A little website that sold something for me and gave me money. Okay, I said I paid for ads and sold someone else's stuff. So just like Laura with the vending machine, if you can imagine, every time you've gone to a vending machine and bought something, if you bought a soda from a vending machine, the guy who owns the vending machine didn't make the soda. Right? He sold somebody else's soda. He probably didn't make the vending machine either. He bought the vending machine from someone. He bought the soda. But when you buy it, he makes the money because he owns the whole thing. So I spent a whole lot of money from a whole bunch of different people to learn how to create online vending machines. It's just a website, right? So I paid for ads that made people go to the site and I sold someone else's stuff. And when those people bought that someone else's stuff, I got to keep the money. Well, one day at rehearsal, I'm sitting at rehearsal and I realized that I'd made 20, we were there late, it was like midnight, and I realized that I had made 20 bucks that night. That day I had made 20 bucks. And you know, my friends were like, I was so super excited because I made 20 bucks. And my friends were like, well, why is that exciting? And you know, I was saying because I didn't do anything. I paid for ads and people bought stuff and I had the money. I wasn't trading my time for it, guys. We were at rehearsal when I made this money. They didn't get it, right? But around this time, I was also offered this full-time improv gig, okay? Around the time that I started making money online, I was offered this gig that made me $300 a week. Now I had the desk job, okay? That was making me $38,000 a year, or I could take this improv gig that was going to make me $300 a week, which if you plot it out, meant 15 grand a year. So I was going to go from 38,000 a year, that was too little already because I live in New York, to 15,000 a year. But I had learned to make money outside of trading my time for it, you guys. So what would you do? I quit my day job because that's what I wanted to do. I took the leap. I said, well, damn it. I don't want whatever I was doing already. It had already been a year. It had actually been a couple of years already. Day jobs, night jobs, whatever, trying to make this happen. And it wasn't working. So I was going to jump at the chance to make $300 a week performing instead of, 38,000 at a desk. At some point along this way, a couple months later, I kept learning how to build this online vending machine. And one day, as you see, it said I made $1,200 in one day. Well, I never looked back. That day changed my life. Actually, the $20 changed my life. But that $1,200 in a day, you guys, which was more than I was going to make a month working the improv gig. I never looked back. I decided I was never going to go back to trading my time for money again from that point on. And it's 15 years ago. Because the sense of freedom I had, I want you to imagine, what would you do if you made $1,200 in a day? And I'm gonna stop screen sharing because I want some answers. I want you guys to write in Facebook right now. I want you to tell me, what would you do if you made $1,200 in a day? And hold on. What I want to know, I want you guys to comment right now. Tell me what you would do if you made $1,200 in a day, if you learned how to do that. Because for me, again, realize I was making $1,200 a month with the improv gig. That meant all I had to do was do that once in a month, and I made the same money. Does that make sense? So I want to know what you would do, because my solution was, I'm gonna now be a full-time actor. That was what I was gonna do. So write in the comments over here, either in, are you checking YouTube too actually for me? Or no? Yeah, could you open up YouTube too? Just in case, you click on the thing. But let's see, acting school, yes, no. Let's see, what do we have here? Let's see, we have a repeat again to sit down and write all your info on this. We have this on repeat again to sit down and write all your info. Yes. Okay, thank you. Bones will explain momentarily. Who's answering that? Me. Oh, from because it's your account. That's funny. Yes, we share that. That's so cute. Let's see, are there any new questions here? What would you do? Go to Disneyland. Right, exactly. Go to Disneyland. And we did that, actually. We didn't go to Disneyland. We went to the Dominican Republic one day. We also took a day and went to Great Adventure, which was just a super awesome day because, let me tell the story real quick. We went to Great Adventure, and I'm from New York. When I used to go when I was little, we'd go and, we're lower middle class or whatever. And, as a kid, you want to ride everything, you want to buy everything, you want to eat everything. You eat half the candy apple, throw it away because you want to eat the other thing, right? And my parents, being very smart, were like, no, John, let's get online. No, John, that's my real name, John, excuse me. And grown-ass man, thank you. When I was a kid, it was a lot of, although it was fun, there were a lot of things I couldn't do, right? But now that I was going as someone who made $1,200 a day and knew how to learn how to do this stuff, I took my then girlfriend and we went and we spent money like stupid. We rented a car. We went out there. We bought the pass to skip the line. We went on a Wednesday in the middle of the week when everybody else was working. We bought food, ate a little bit of it, and then bought the next food. We really kind of overdid it, frankly, because the two of us spent $400. You got to try, really, you got to try. And we did. We spent $400 that day. And after I returned the rental car and came home, I checked my accounts online and learned that I had made $500 that day while we were at the amusement park. So you talk about freedom. That day, I will never forget that day. That might be the day that my wife decided she was going to stay with me. It might be. It's either that or one night, if you know what I'm saying. I'm going to go with the night. You're welcome, sweetheart. Sure. All right, so what I see Disneyland. I want to see someone say like, "Oh, I would finally produce my own show. I would finally get to do what about making acting your prior occupation? What about preparing your portfolio such as headshots and demo reel of acting, performance, present to casting writers? This is the first step to be an actor. Okay, we'll probably get into that. Okay. Everyone would be satisfied with $1,200 a day. Exactly. Agree. Invest in my brand. Okay, cool. So you guys get it. You guys hear what I'm saying. So when I figured that out, I was like, oh, I can actually pursue this thing as a business because I was learning about business. So I realized, I said, oh, if I'm advertising this website so that people buy it, I'm an actor. I need to advertise my acting services so people buy it. Not invite agents to see my shows, but tell them, hey, here's my headshot. I'll get bought. Send me out for something because you'll make money with me. Look, I'm ethnically uncategorical. Am I Latino? Am I Black? Am I Middle Eastern? Who knows? I started selling myself like that. Does that make sense? For the person who asked about portfolio and headshots and demo reel and all that stuff, I'm gonna tell you the truth about my career. I don't have an acting degree. I graduated with an English degree because I was doing acting at school. I was doing musicals at school. But I didn't have faith in my ability as a professional. You know, like who's gonna go to college to be an actor? A lot of people, right? But it wasn't on my radar as something that was gonna be possible for me, okay? And it wasn't until I started realizing that, oh, this thing's a business. I have to advertise myself as something that agents can make money with. You hear me? As something that agents can make money with. Because in the same way that I was sending my website out, that's how agents send you out and your picture. They send you out hoping to get bought. So I was advertising myself to agents and to casting directors to be brought in. Does that make sense? So when people say, what about headshots and demo reel and all that stuff? Yes, if you think about it this way, if you are a plumber, right, you have a brochure. Well, think about your headshot that way. If you're a plumber, you have a video that says, of course, we'll come to your house and unclog your drain. Well, think about your demo that way. Hey, Bones Rodriguez's reel shows that he does a lot of commercials. He likes smiling a lot on camera, a lot more than being a thug. Don't hire him for that shit because he's not good at it. He's good at being funny and whatever. You understand?
Michelle,
yeah. Michelle.
I would keep doing what made the $1,200.
Right, Michelle. Michelle said, I would keep doing whatever made the $1,200. Thank you, exactly. And I did, except I didn't. Because here's what I did. I'm just gonna tell you. I was like, oh, good. I'm just gonna leave it make it do that exactly as it was and not pay attention to it. I'm just gonna assume that it's gonna be like this forever. Well, it was the beginning of the internet changes, of course, right? This is before YouTube even, okay? So, however, I keep doing it in that I keep doing it and keep learning and keep changing as the internet changes, okay? So, $1,200 in one day, and then 500 in another, 800 in another, -3 or 4 sometimes, okay? And I had to learn along the way to stabilize it, to make it smarter, to make it work better, to make it more efficient, to make it so that as costs go up, make it more profitable, things like that. That's what I've learned along the way. Okay. Anyway, I don't want to take too long on this, but the idea is freedom. Okay. Let me go back to screen sharing. I want to go back to make sure you guys keep learning because I got a lot to share with you. Freedom, present. Okay. So as we're saying, freedom, that's what I wanted to tell you. That was when I earned and learned about what it was like to be free. So my question for you is, what would you do with freedom? Okay, what did I do? I wrote plays. Went to the amusement park, took vacation. I proposed to my wife, Laura. In fact, one of the plays I wrote, I proposed to Laura in the play. How cute is that, right? It's actually one of the very first viral YouTube videos because I put it, you know, when I did it, I shot it on tape and put it on YouTube to show her parents. Suddenly, you know, thousands of people had seen it. And it's up to like 1 million something now on YouTube, on 2 different channels, totally by accident. Okay, I wrote books. I advertised my acting business, and that's why I'm here to tell you about. Because I was able to be free, I was able to start pursuing the life I actually wanted to, and advertise my acting business. And I had energy to do it because I wasn't wasting my life away at a day job. Now I got to tell you this: my friends who didn't understand why I was excited about the $20 thing stayed at their day jobs. None of them are performers anymore. None of the guys I'm talking about are performers anymore. That's not true. One of them still performs, has his day job still, has been doing the same thing. He's great. There you go. What would you do with freedom? What do you want to do? So that's what I'm here to talk to you about, okay? So when I told you before, I told you what to expect. The first thing was I was going to tell you my story and why most of the things we've been taught about the acting profession are lies, or is a lie. Most of the things we've taught, okay? So check, I've done that. I want you to know the first thing I told you to expect, I want you to realize that I've told you that, okay? So as I told you at the beginning, I wanted to earn your business, your trust, and your recommendation. The first thing I told you, check, I've accomplished that, okay? So here's my question for you. How much is your freedom worth to you? To me, it's immeasurable. And that's why I've continued to learn and grow along the way. So I'm gonna ask you this: how much to buy your life? If I came up to you and I said, I want to buy you for 1 year, how much would you say that's worth? I'm gonna take a sip and see. I'd like for you guys to comment and answer on that. I'm not going to stop screen sharing. I'm just going to go, oh, I can't. Comment in there and tell me how much to buy a year of your life. How much would you, if I said I'm going to buy you for a year, how much would you charge me for that year? That's right. I want to buy a year of your life. I want you to tell me how much that would cost me. A lot of you guys are going to say millions of dollars, and you're going to be wrong. You're going to be lying to me. So tell me how much it costs to have 1 year of your life, for me to buy a year from you. I know there's a delay, so I'm going to keep going, okay? So whatever you wrote down, do you have any answers there, babe? You see any answers? I'm going to see. So you go. Okay, well, fine. Well, listen. For those of you who are shy and won't answer, that's okay. Here's what I want to tell you.
I mean, other people have responded about.
Cool. 8 hours a day is about 1/3 of a day, right? So if you work for 3 years, you have sold 1 year of your life already. So when I told you I was working for $38,000 a year, that was 8 hours, right? That means times 3, whatever that is. It's what is that? The 90 plus 27 plus 24 is 114,000. So 1 year of my life was worth $114,000. Imagine that. I sold an entire year of my life for $114,000. So whatever you work for times 3 is what you can be bought for. Okay? I just want you to know that right now you are selling your life away for that amount of money. Okay? So when I ask you what your freedom is worth, I really want you to put that into perspective, that right now you're selling your life away because your life is your time, okay? So I asked you, what would you do with your freedom? So agents and bookings, this is where I got. Here's the thing, because I was free, I could always say yes when they called. In fact, I am going to stop screen sharing because I wanted to show you. Oh wait, you can still see this. So let me open up my email for a sec. I'm gonna open my Gmail, hope nothing private comes up, but I'm gonna open up my Gmail here for a sec because I wanna show you guys something. This is straight real. This is see this from my agent. I said, okay, I'll be there. Look, tomorrow, look when I got this. At 8:42 tonight, 57 minutes ago, I got called for an audition. Okay? Don't show up there like a fucking douche, okay, if you're not called in for this audition tomorrow for Bing, okay? Because I have an appointment tomorrow at 4:10. You know why? Because they knew that I was going to say, okay, I'll be there. I don't have to check with anybody. I'm not, you know, checking. I'm not scrambling to get my shift covered. I don't have to ask my boss for time off. And because of that, agents are happy to send me out. That's why I have a career, because I could always say yes when they called. Oops. Oh shit. I could always say yes when they called. That's why I have a career. Do you understand? My agents, in fact, none of my agents have ever seen me work until I was on TV. My main agent, I'm with Paradigm commercially, okay? They never saw me work until they saw me on TV, more or less. Doug Keston accidentally saw me in a play, but he had already sent me out. So he already sent me out, and actually he already sent me out, and I already booked something with him, but he never saw me work till after that, okay? And they didn't sign me until after I booked like the 3rd national commercial, till after I was worth 6 figures, okay? So what did agents want? What business are they in? They, as I mentioned this before, they're in the sending agents to be bought business. So I mentioned before, on my website, yes, send me out. Let me bring you money. That is the business they're in. So when I talk about what I learned about our career being a business, our career is that we go as a bit like a plumber, and we are bought by people and our service to do the service of telling the story as actors, as characters, okay? So here's how to get an agent. I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you this. Advertise your acting business, however you do. However, listen, I started my career, I made mugs with my headshot on them and gave them out. A lot of people have copied that since then. A lot of people have heard that. And when I first did that, people laughed at me until they saw me on TV a lot. Then they stopped fucking laughing. Until a friend of mine called me and told me I just had a meeting with an agent. The agent told me that I have to work harder on getting myself out there, and that's why they weren't going to represent me. As the agent told him this, the agent was sipping on a mug with my headshot on it. Boom. So when an agent calls, can you go on this audition? Always say yes. Don't tell them you have a day job. If you do, or better yet, don't have one. Be a plumber. Tell everyone what you can do for them. Why will you get paid? Because you can book jobs. Do you know casting directors? Because they put you in front of the buyer. You know what an agent wants to know? What casting directors know you? That's what they want to know. So it's more important to know casting directors than agents. Most of you guys are on this call. Most of you guys are buying stuff. Most of you guys are, trying to get an agent before you do anything. That's backwards. I didn't know that till like 2 years ago. Fortunately, I was already working. Okay? So agents get paid when you are bought. So guess what? Be someone who gets bought. Okay, if you are bought, then they'll beg to send you out. If they think you will be bought, then they'll send you out. And here's the key for me. If they think someone else will send you out and you'll be bought, they hate that. So imagine this. Back when I was freelancing, okay, and non-union and freelancing, whenever I booked a job through some agent, I called the other 5 or 6 who I was freelancing with and told them, oh, I just got booked through this by so-and-so, which subtly told them, too bad you didn't send me because you would have made the money there. Damn, right? Guess who started getting 5 and 6 calls per audition? Okay? You guys, I just told you. For those of you who don't have agent stuff, I just told you. Okay? So here's the second thing I told you. I told you what to expect. I told you that I would tell you how to get agents looking for you and why they'll send you out before even ever seeing you perform. Check. Let me tell you, when I first started out, I thought I had to perform in front of agents and everything. I thought I had to get an agent to think I was a good actor before they represented me. They don't care if you're good. They want to know if you'll be bought. You hear me? Damn. Damn, I wanted them to think I was good, but it didn't matter. They don't care. They want to know if you'll be bought. Okay? Guess what? If I'm gonna have a soda in a soda machine at a kids at at a high school, if I'm gonna fill up a soda machine at a high school, I'm gonna fill it with Coca-Cola. You know why? Because Coca-Cola gets bought. You understand? Okay. So I told you the next thing, the last thing is how you can go full-time in your career so you don't ever have to work a survival job again. Well, residual income. This is what I've been telling you about, right? I told you. I figured out a way to create online vending machines that made money for me, but there are many other ways. Remember I told you I wrote books? Guess what? The books that I have on Amazon currently, I have like half a dozen books. 2 of them are Amazon bestsellers. One of them is published through Simon and Schuster. I'm a Simon and Schuster published author. Guess what? I learned how to do that because I had the time to, because I had freedom. Okay? So here are the many ways to create residual income through real estate. I told you. So Airbnb is a way. If you rent out your other room, that's residual income. For a while, my wife and I had an extra bedroom. We rented that thing out and made like $2,500 a month, right? Something like that. Made $2,500 a month from Airbnb. Yeah, something like that. Okay, my wife's idea. I was like, nah, I don't want that, and I sure wanted it when $2,500 a month kept coming in. Hell yeah, you know. And we met people from all around the world. It was fantastic. But people do that with homes. I thought real estate was like buying low and then selling high and then keeping the cash. But guess what? If you buy it and then just rent it out, you get to keep that money forever. What? I didn't know that. I went to school, went to college, never heard of that. All I knew when I graduated college was that I wanted to earn more money per hour. Why didn't we learn this before? So a lot of you, some of you are, your minds I know are being blown right now, because I know that for me it was life-changing information. Okay, and that's why I'm passionate about saying. I hope you can hear it in my voice how much I want you to understand this. Anyway, books. So guess what? You write the book once, and I get paid every time the book is bought. I have 2 children's books. I have a kid now, and I've been performing for kids a lot. So I wrote 2 kids' books. Every time one of those books is bought, I get paid. One of them is an Amazon bestseller, man. Okay, songs, you know that if you have a song on iTunes and people buy it, you get paid, but you only have to write the song once. You can have products online, or now people ask me about Etsy, but that's not the same thing, because then you have to go, if you're selling a hat that you make, then you have to make the hat every time. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about something you have to do the thing every time. Look, if you sell somebody else's products, I'm going to show you how to do that in this call, in this webinar shortly. If you sell somebody else's products, they send them out to the thing and you just get a check. You just get a check. I'm going to show you how to do that in this webinar. I'm going to show you how to do that. Excuse me, my throat is really dry.
So perfect time for you to pipe in.
Yes, perfect time for my wife to pipe in. Hold on. Yes.
Michelle adds that she's returning to the business after a 16-year absence.
Awesome, Michelle. Welcome back to the business after 16 years.
Online product.
Good for you.
This is completely different.
Cool. Good.
I don't know how to brand myself.
Okay. Okay, Michelle, and here you're trying to brand yourself online and everything. It's all different, but that's great. It's a great journey to be on, and just know that that's what's going to be the rest of your life. Just get used to it. You're not going to do it once. It's going to be the rest of your life, because our business is not acting. Our business is finding acting jobs. Do you understand me? So the plumber's business is not unclogging drains. The plumber's business is finding people with clogged drains. You hear me? I hope you hear that, because I just, Michelle, you're back after 16 years. I just jumped you 5 years. I hope you realize that. What else?
Then on Facebook, you have a handful of things.
Mm-hmm.
Some people responded about how much they would be bought for a year.
How much would be bought for a year? 100,000 a year. Okay. That's nothing. You guys, 100,000 a year to be bought for your life. That's garbage. That's garbage. I want you to sell yourself for much. I mean, think about that. Think about that. Your life. Think about that. Okay. Anyway, renting out stuff. That's how you can get residual income. Sales. I talk about sales because look, some people, if you sell life insurance or something like that, and this is not what this is about, but if you sell life insurance, did you know that people spend, I don't even know how much, if they spend $500 a month on life insurance, that the person who sold it gets like $50 a month forever. How many of those do you need? Okay. Websites, I have those starred because that's what I'm going to show you. That's the way I kind of started, but I have a bunch of these things. Do you understand? I had real estate. I bought these 2 homes upstate. Okay. But it didn't go so well. But for a while I got $500 a month from each of them. Okay. I have books. I have products. I sell other people's products. We were renting out our other bedroom. I sell subscriptions. Other people. So did you know Netflix is Netflix is a subscription? When they started, did you know that you can be an affiliate for Netflix and sell subscriptions of Netflix and you get paid every month? Did you know that? You did not. Websites, stocks. I hear people make residual income stocks. I don't know how to do it. I just put it here. Businesses, that's what I'm going to show you. Patents, if you own an idea and people buy that idea. Videos, if you sell videos, people have DVDs online, and if you have videos on YouTube, sometimes you can get paid through Google. Okay, I'm going to show you a video that I have that still pays me today. I'm going to show you how that works. Infinite things, you guys. Infinite ways to do it. Okay, so I told you about stars. Did you know Chris Brown, multi-platinum singer, dancer, whatever, owns 14 Burger Kings? Why would Chris Brown own 14 Burger Kings? Because of residual income. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm telling you that I'm an actor, and I've been a full-time actor for 15 years because I have these side residual income businesses. Chris Brown is also, if all of Chris Brown's music went to shit, he would have money from his Burger Kings. Do you understand? Britney Spears has perfume, right? Why does Britney Spears have perfume? Because she wants residual income, because she puts her face on it and her name, and it gets sold. And when it gets sold, she gets paid, period. Justin Timberlake owns 4 tech companies. Why? Because the next time he has an album out that, only has really one good song on it, he can still make money with his tech companies. Sandra Bullock owns restaurants. Remember I told you at the beginning that all these mega stars do follow these philosophies? Well, why weren't we taught this before? Okay? Did you know Will Ferrell owns Funny or Die? What? And that's why they kicked it off with his first video. The landlady, they kicked it off because he owns it. That's residual income for Will Ferrell, okay? So instead of hoping to get rich and famous and then buying residual income businesses, what if you did it the other way around? That's what I teach people. Do you understand? So what will you do with freedom? Will you write books if you want? Maybe you're a writer and you want to get paid aside from the books that you write. Because guess what? I get paid while I write books, and I get paid from the books that I write. Okay? Create your own work. Take vacations, get married. That's what we did. Advertise your acting business. What if you want to do all those things with your freedom? What do you want to do? Why? Again, we went to school for at least 20. Most of us are going to college these days, so most of us went to school for 21 years. Never had heard the idea of not trading your time for money. Okay. So this whole thing is not really just about building your acting business without a day job. It's about building your life without a day job. But if I had said that from the beginning, it would sound like hype and bullshit, and no one would believe me. So when I say I'm a full-time actor, I am, but I'm also a full-time husband. I'm a full-time author, right? I'm a full-time whatever I want to say I am. I'm a full-time father. Whatever I want to say I am. Okay, so here's, build your life without a day job. In 2008, I wrote my dream book. I wrote Captain Kirk's Guide to Women, How to Romance Any Woman in the Galaxy. I'm a huge Star Trek fan. It's why my nickname and my professional name is Bones Rodriguez. This is a picture I took backstage before we went on the morning news promoting my book. Okay, I got to write a book. Some of you guys want to write stuff. Well, I had the time to do it. Plus, I made money, so I learned, I paid people to teach me how to write a book and get it published by Simon & Schuster. Do you understand? I paid someone $1,000 an hour. Do you hear what I said? I spent $1,000 an hour to pay someone to teach me how to get a book published by Simon & Schuster. I found out later that that's the worst thing to do because they take all the money. So then my other books, I never did an outside publisher again. I self-published the rest of the time because that way I get to keep the money. I will teach you how to do that. Did you hear what I said? I teach you how to do that. Okay. So while I was building my life without a day job, I got to do this McDonald's commercial a while ago. That's the one I was talking about that earned me 85 grand. I got to do a Sears campaign. This one, this thing, I went and did this spokesperson gig for this liquor company in Miami for the year, right? And then I hadn't booked anything the whole year because I was doing this other gig, right? And then in October, I got this Sears gig and it was $50,000 gig. You hear me? I went to LA. They put me up in this awesome hotel for like a week in LA. And me and those other faces that you see at the bottom here, we each got paid $50,000. Could you take the rest of the year off? Well, that's what I'm talking about, you guys. So because I was free, I got to do In the Heights up at, Cahoe's Music Hall, not on Broadway. That would be cool. But truth is, I thought that this show had passed me by, but I did a couple of years ago. This is in 2012. I got to be Usnavi because it was a dream role. And I could do it because I didn't have a day job. It was a non-union gig upstate. If I was 40, so if I needed the money, I couldn't have done it. Does that make sense? Okay. I was already married and shit. This was something I did for what's this? For some Optimum Online. I did this with a famous basketball player. What's his name? Allen Houston. This is a stage show I did. A musical that I did for my friend that, he paid me like $100, right? But I could do it because I didn't have a day job. This is something I did recently for the state of New York. Maybe you've seen that. I drive my kid up to the Baseball Hall of Fame. I'm just showing you this to know what would you do without a day job. This is me on the electric company. This is an episode of the electric company I did. This is a Olive Garden commercial I did that ran for 3 years. You guys, that ran for 3 years. Did you know that even when it's not playing, they have to pay you? What? That's right. So this is me on the news promoting my book. What's this? This is me on a Lotto commercial I did. You see my face there on the tail of the plane. So what would you do? It's build your life without a day job. What do you want to do with this freedom? Okay. So do you want to build your life without a day job? That's my question for you. Because here I'm winding up to tell you how you can work with me. This is where I'm winding up. Okay. This is where I'm going to tell you now how you can do that. If you're on guard, I'm going to show you now one very quick way how you can start, just to prove it to you, and then we'll keep going. Okay. We have friends staying with us, and they said they're coming over by 10:30, which is great. I'll be done by then. Okay. So here's some testimonies, some good testimonies from really like Mary Teresa Archibald. She has True Play in New York City. The book opened my eyes to different approaches to making money. Now I see my acting life as my primary occupation. And I'm happy to say that I've left my day job in the dust. She has 2 kids and husband, and they run their own performer business and are full-time performers. Bob Fraser, rest in peace. When I first started doing this, we were going to work together, and he died a number of years ago now, like 5 years ago. But he loved my stuff, and we were going to do something together. As you see, Bones Rodriguez, pretty much the Bible on how to make a living without a jobby job. So how do you do it? So listen, I gave you lists of ways. There are many, many ways to build an income without a day job, and my work goes through several. But you've been here on this webinar. You've heard me talk this long. I can't believe my voice is actually holding up. But by now, you know that this can be a solution for you, just like it was for me, and can make you free of a day job so you can live the life you want, if you have the guts to pursue it. Because I'm going to tell you now, it's not easy. It's hard because we're not built this way. We're kind of built to want someone to kind of give us money for doing what they say. You know what I'm saying? And it's a different way of life. So if you're up for this type of a change, I created the No More Waiters Mastermind sessions. And I normally promote this as recordings, but I'm going to do a new session live. I want to do it personal, and I want to make new recordings. I want to personally hold hands of people, because frankly, I enjoy it more when I do that. It's going to be 4 90-minute live webinars that teach you how in real time to create the same online vending machines that can make you money the way they make me money 24/7. Every single morning, the first thing I do when I wake up is check my email. I go to the Gmail, I go to updates to see what sales were made while I was sleeping. Tonight's going to be no different. Last night, every morning, I check to see what sales were made. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's none, okay? I'm going to show you how to do that in 4 sessions. It's going to be starting next Monday. And well, excuse me, I don't want to put dates on this in case I want to use this for later, or if I want to change something, but the dates will be on the website, okay? But hold on. I want you to know that's what's coming. What makes this webinar different is that from here on is where I would normally tell you about what you should buy from me. Buy now to find out, right? And keep it all veiled. But what I want to do is give you a super quick demo just to show you what I'm talking about. And here's the thing. I don't want you to think that this is like the whole thing. because it's not. It's a teeny tiny, I would say it's about 3% of the thing I'm going to show you how to do in the full class, okay? So we have a deal. I'm going to show you one way to create an income using an online vending machine right now. I'm going to show you a way that you can earn money, I swear to God, right now, okay? It doesn't mean you will. Income disclosure, I can't promise you you're going to make money doing what I'm about to show you, but I'm going to show you how it works, why it makes money, and how it makes money for me, okay? I promise to show you and earn your trust, your business, and your recommendation. Now, I'm very clear about those three things. I want to earn your trust so that you understand and that I'm telling you the truth, so you believe me. So I want to earn your business, which means if you're on here and you learn a lot, I'm going to ask you if you want to work with me, that's the business I'm in. The business I'm in right now is showing people this. And your recommendation is that, hey, I learned a lot from this dude and from this webinar. Watch this. Go to this dude. He can help you. He can help you learn something. Okay, I learned a lot. So here it is. Did you know that Amazon pays people to send them customers? It's called being an affiliate. Now, most people just go to Amazon and buy things. For most people, Amazon is only an expense. But for me and other people who know this, Amazon is an asset. It is something that pays us. And I don't mean just because I wrote a book and it's on Amazon. I mean that I send people to Amazon, they buy stuff from Amazon, and Amazon sends me money. How do I do that? I'm going to show you right now how to do that, okay? You can be an affiliate of literally thousands of companies, products, and services and get paid while you sleep for them. You can sell lots of small things or a few big things. $5,001 sales or one $5,000 sale is the same thing, right? So I'm going to show you a super quick, easy demo. I'm going to screen share with you. I promise you can actually just follow along with what I'm doing. You can do it tonight and see if I'm telling you the truth, okay? I have to.
Will they be able to see this again?
Yes.
If you go fast, because you go fast.
I do go fast. There will be a replay, but I'm going to tell you right now that watching the replay there's going to be a timer on every night. There's going to be something. Each night there's going to be a thing. But yes, you'll be able to watch this replay, okay?
Sorry.
No problem. So I'm going to go through the demo right now. I'm going to stop screen sharing because I'm going to go through this demo because I want to show you guys how this works, okay? Stop screen sharing. Okay, so I'm going to show you exactly why Amazon is different for me than it is for you, and it's super quick, easy, and I'm going to have you guys actually do the demo, although I won't be able to show you the results of it like until tomorrow, so I probably won't, but I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, so for those of you who are in the Facebook group especially, I'm going to show it to you now. So I'm going to screen share. I have to go to screen share. This is a super quick demo. It's going to blow your mind. Okay, share. Okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to open Amazon.com. Okay, here I'm at Amazon. Oh look, does this look like yours? Hey, buy a Kindle, 50% off Prime members. Get yourself a little something. There's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff for kids on here. Why? Because I have a baby and I've been looking at baby stuff. Although nothing's loading here. But let's just take a look around here. Okay, let's say that I like a blender. Let's say there's a blender that I like. Okay, and I'm big on blenders because I have Ninjas. I'm big into my Ninja blender. I love it. Okay, you see this Ninja blender right here? Okay. I'm about to tell you how you can make money from this. I'm gonna show you how I can make money from this Ninja blender right here. You ready? Anything different about this, about mine? Oh, yeah, anything different about my Amazon page than yours? Yes, it's right here. Do you see this bar up here? Amazon Associates site stripe, you see this? Look, if you look up Amazon Associates, okay, you can click here. Get Started Tour, affiliate program, you see this? Links and banners, A-Store, this. You can click here and join now for free. This is free to join, okay? Amazon Associates. What this means is that when I share or promote or send traffic to this page through my special link that I'm gonna show you how to do right now, Amazon pays me. What? That's right, you can sign up for free. Go do it, okay? I'm going to show you mine. So I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to look, you can get the link. This is the text, right? I can take this text, and I can copy it. And I'm going to go to here. Okay, this is where you guys are commenting, right? I'm going to comment. I'm going to comment to click on this link now. Okay. So I put this Amazon link in here, right? Look, Ninja Professional Blender. Let's say one of you guys comes and clicks on it, okay? If somebody clicks on this blender because it's awesome and buys it, Amazon's going to send me money. Boom. End of story. End of story. That's the whole story. But I'm going to take it a step further. Look, I can also do this. I can also, hey, here's the image, right? If I want to put it on a blog or something, I can grab this code and put it on a blog. But even easier, I can just straight go to this little Facebook. Look, this little Facebook icon or Twitter. I can click Facebook right here, right? Okay. I'm gonna put, you guys know I love making shakes every day, and I love my ninja that my mother and father-in-law Sherry Raisbeck and James Raisbeck got for me every day. Okay? Look. Get one. Okay? I'm just going to post to Facebook. Boom. Post it to Facebook. You see that? I'm just going to open another window just for the heck of it, but Facebook. Let's go to my Facebook. This is my status update. I thank Sherry and James. Anybody who sees this, any of my friends who see this, any of Sherry or James's friends who see this and say, hey, I want to check this out and buy it, I get paid. It's very little though. Remember I told you that you can get like, you know, 1,000, 5,000 $1 sales? The reason I'm showing you this is just to show you the example. You will make no money from this. I want you to understand the check I'm going to get for this is something, if someone buys this, is something like 50 cents or $1. Okay? Is that worth doing? Not really. Not really, except for proof of concept. If you're someone who needs proof of concept, you know, then there you go. But here's what I do. All you guys, go click on this link right now. Click on that link right now. I want to see if it'll update me and tell me if it'll tell me. What is it? Amazon Associate. I'm just gonna log into my Amazon Associates. I'm gonna log into my own thing and see. I never do this, by the way. So the links you're gonna see, you know, I'm not gonna make any real money. This is gonna be like $10 back here, maybe. Oh, sign in? No. They just know your password. Oh, I changed my what? Amazon Associates account. I do have one. It's a problem. Sign in. What's going on around here? Did I change something? There we go. Okay. So if you guys click that now, all right. So if you'll notice, I have 0 happening right now because I don't do this. Oh, look, no, I do. Look, for some reason, at some point, 44. I don't even. Maybe it was just what I did a couple days ago, showing somebody else this. But for whatever reason, here, look, I made 44 cents for some reason, 43 cents. What did I do last month or something like that? Anyway, you can do this. I teach people not to do this because you don't make any money really. Okay, but product linking, Amazon promotions tools, reports. Let me see. If you guys clicked on it now, it'll show like it might show today. So today, apply. Let's see. No data found. It might show up in an hour or so. Okay, but there you go. I just showed you how to make money using Amazon. And you guys have never heard of that before, okay? I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna tell you right now that deserves some thank yous and some comments in there because I just showed you how to make money outside of a day job. And you can be an affiliate of literally thousands of companies, products, and services and get paid while you sleep. Get any interest you have and search affiliate program after it. You'll find thousands of them. Like I said, the actual money is tiny. Here's what's important though. Finding the best affiliate programs for your skill level and lifestyle is very important. Look, I just showed you how you can share something and make $1, but that's not going to make you free. Okay, so working with me will show you how to. I use 5,000 as a number because most people I think would be free at $5,000 a month. Okay, you can set that up and set up traffic and all that and learn how to do it in the first session of the mastermind. In the very first session, the way I just showed you in 5 minutes just now, the first session of the mastermind, I'm going to show you how to do something similar to make much more. Okay, so how do you do it? In the mastermind sessions as we go through it. So how you can go, have I delivered on my promise? Have I showed you how you can go full-time in your career so you don't ever have to work a survival job again? How you can be full-time anything when you have residual income. I want that to make sense to you. I am a full-time actor, author, father, husband, whatever I want because I have no day job. You can be anything too when you're not trading your time for money. So here comes my offer to you, okay? Still more to learn, but stay tuned as I go through for more. Here's my offer, okay? I'm doing a live 4-week class. This is for you if you're tired of the idea of trading time for money, if you want a solution to the actor's dilemma, which is how do you be a performer and an actor when you have to work all day to make money? If you're self-motivated, if you want a mentor to guide you through the mistakes and pitfalls, save time and money. Look, I've been doing it for a long time. I've made so many mistakes, I still do, but at a different level than you are going to, okay? So that's for you. If you want a mentor, if you want someone who is an actor, who talks both things. I'm sure you guys are here because of my blog or my emails or whatever. You know I'm actively doing it. You know I'm going on an audition tomorrow, okay? So, there you go. I'm that guy. So this is not for you if you want everything to stay the same. Here's the thing. I'm telling you to join this class and do the next 4 weeks with me. And the risk you have is going to be the time for the class and the amount for the class, or you can just have everything stay the same. Okay? If you think you'll get discovered, then this is not for you. If you want someone else controlling your life, here's what I learned. Someone told me this. If someone else controls your time and money, they control your life. So remember when I asked you how much to buy your life? Your boss has bought your life from you. 1/3 of your life every day is being controlled by your boss because they control your time and they control your money. If you have no ambition and if you want to stay blaming the industry or whoever, somebody else, your parents, whatever, for your own failure, this is not for you, okay? But if you're still here, if you've listened to me for all this time, you're going to learn some more, then you're the type of person this is good for, and you want to be part of this group. If you're already here, then those things are true. I know this already because I've been teaching people for a while. If you're ready to make a change because you've been here, you've been following all along, that's how you know if this is for you. Here's what you're going to get by joining this class. You're going to get the Normal Waiters book and the 23 audio MP3s. The book is through the basic concepts, the strategies for promoting your acting career, plans for side businesses. You're going to get that as part of your class. In fact, the faster you join the class, the better, so you have time to go through it all, okay? When you buy Normal Waiters, if you're looking for a way to ditch your day jobs, you can go on and pursue a full-time actor lifestyle, then this is the book you need, okay? One chapter can completely turn your life around. Look, you guys, that $20 completely changed my life. That $1,200 absolutely just put me on a completely different path. It can be the same for you. If you found value from this webinar, from this video, I know no one else is teaching you this. I already know that because everybody else in our space is teaching you how to, how to be Hollywood, how to earn an Oscar, how to walk the red carpet, all that stuff. That's not my thing. I want real stuff to you, okay? You're also going to get the Going Pro manual. This is what that's about. This is the whole actor side of it, the actor's manual, the kick-ass manual to go from the dream to the stage and to the screen. I wrote a few chapters in this, but this is from several authors. I put stuff from several authors in this book, and that's going to be part of your class. It comes with your tuition. The YouTube Money Machine, how to make money online with YouTube videos. The very first class, you're going to see a video that I made that continues to make me money today. I'm going to show that to you in the first class, and you're going to be surprised because you guys are doing it and you don't know it. Now, most people think that with YouTube, the way to make money with YouTube is ads. That is incorrect. I'm going to say it again. Most people think that the way to make money with YouTube is ads, is the little ads that go on or before your video. That is incorrect. It is a way, but it is not a lucrative way. Just like I showed you a way to make money with Amazon, it is not the lucrative way. Okay, you're also going to get a Facebook ad explosion. The best way to advertise is Facebook. hands down. I'm gonna show you how to do that. With this course, you get the course aside from my own mentorship. Truthfully, my mentorship is better than the course, but it gives you a good foundation. You're gonna get this rebranding report, 5 things that have changed acting forever. This I wrote, and this report can be rebranded by you. In other words, this is gonna be one of your own, remember I mentioned an online vending machine? This is a machine that can make money for you. Just by becoming a student, you're gonna get this personal thing, and by giving this away, it can make you money. What do I mean by that? Well, I just showed you how just sharing a link can make you money by sharing that Amazon link. In this report, I'm gonna show you how to put links in that report. It's already written, you guys, it's already written. So all you have to do is get it from me with a special link for me. It can make you money if people buy stuff that's in the report. In fact, a lot of you are probably here because you've read this report from somebody else. You're gonna get a 2-hour Power Video Living Room seminar. I recommend people watch this before we get into the class, the private classes, because it's the #1 mistake that ruins your chances for making money, and how to avoid it. How to create websites that bring you cash while you sleep, even if you're a dummy, computer dummy. Blogging, the excuse actors make. And listen, you know, actors like, there's a part of us that kind of likes being starving artists. I want you to try something else, okay? I have some of that going on myself still, right? We're just at different levels. And for those of you who joined tonight, there's a free fast action bonus. It's yours free. You get the Actor's Guide to Making Money by Writing Books. Not just me, but also another guy, Chris Lucas. He is an actor, pretty successful actor himself. He's written a couple of different books now. He has a great book now on baseball that's doing really well. He wrote the Ultimate Guide to Writing Celebrity Letters. We did a teleseminar, it's like 90 minutes, all about 4 actors who want to write. So if you're like an actor who wants to write a book, either fiction or nonfiction, we go through a great way to how to do that, okay? That's all part of the gold package that I often talk about, okay? So why all the stuff? There are a lot of ways to make money without your day job, and I want you to be independent and free for you to do it now. I want you to get stuff as part of your school. You know, just learning from me is one thing, but I want you to have the tools. The more you learn, the more you earn. That's how it works, just like life. Each piece adds to the one before to give you maximum profit and maximum to learn how to do it, and because it's worth it. But is it worth it? Now, here we go. Listen to this, because for a lot of you, this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be a hard pill to swallow, but it's true. Most people pay thousands. In my case, I paid $100,000, if I'm missing a zero, to go to college, okay? But I never learned the idea of earning money without trading time for it. Why the fuck is that? How is that I can go spend $100,000, 21 years of being in school, and never even hearing of the idea of earning money without trading time for it? That's irresponsible. This webinar has already been worth more financially to you than your entire 4 years of college. You hear what I said? This webinar, what you have learned from me in the past hour and a half, has been worth more to you financially than your entire 4 years of college. Is it a crazy claim I make? If you think it's a crazy claim, then you missed it. You hear me? It doesn't mean you will. Just like you can go to college and get your degree in whatever, it doesn't mean you will. Go do something with it. But the actual information I've given you, the idea of earning money without a day job and all the ways that it can happen is worth more to you financially than your 4 years of college. Don't think so? Then you missed it. Don't worry, I missed it the first time I saw it too. So I don't want to be too full of myself. It's not me. I'm not teaching. Like, I happen to bring you the information, but somebody else brought it to me. And the first time I heard it, I kind of was like, oh, I'm gonna have my own thing where I go and my first idea was to like go and earn like money per hour. Do you know what I'm saying? It was a dumb thing. So we are so programmed to do what everyone else does, but as artists, we are already trying to break through to a different life. So realize which side of that table you should be on. You should be on the side of life of residual money, so you can do what you want. There's a 60-day guarantee, because I know some are skeptical and doubt yourself, and you know, some of you can't wait to join the class. You're like, well, get to it already so I can join. Some of you are like, well, I don't know, because of whatever. I haven't proven to you every single step along the way. But why is this the first I've ever heard of this? I don't know, man, because I didn't hear about it for 21 years in college. Whatever your excuses are, here's your 60-day guarantee. You get a full 60-day guarantee. If you don't love what you get from me, you can return it for a full refund. Caveat is you have to do something, okay? Remember, I want to earn your trust, your business, and your recommendation. So that's my entire thing. So that's why I put the 60-day guarantee in there. I want you to understand that. If you haven't been shown everything you need to make a buying decision right now, then you aren't the right type of person. I know some of you are like, well, how do I know if I don't know how much it is? Some of you are like, I don't care how much it is, within reason, right? So maybe the 60-day full refund guarantee makes it an easy choice. It makes it easy for you. But wait, there's more. Because you get the silver, you get the gold package, because the silver, the book is what to do, the rest of the stuff is what to do and what you need. But if you're ready for a change now, you don't want to learn, you want to figure out, you want to wait, then the whole thing is this class. Because in this class, I'm going to demonstrate how to do it along the way. 4 90-minute live sessions where I demonstrate step by step in real time, the same way I just demonstrated with Amazon, but a way that will actually make you real money. Completely idiot-proof, because you can follow along with me as I click, drag, and cash in live in front of you. Also, of course, you'll get the recording so you can keep it and do it after. There's homework along the way. You'll get the Facebook groups where we'll be working together. You go at your own pace. You can go fast or slow. I talk directly to the camera, just like this was, and I share screens as I set up and do that. So how much, here we go, ready? How much is that worth to you? Well, here's the question. How much is your freedom worth? That's why I asked you. How much is your freedom worth to you? Because I already know how much you're selling yourself for. So how much is your freedom worth to you? What would you do with your freedom, and is it worth it? So as I told you, how much to buy your life, we already got that answer. Remember, you have already sold 1 year of your life if you've been working for more than 3 years, okay? So how much does your life cost? Well, how much would your life cost? Let's talk about 5,000 bucks. Let's say I taught you how to make 5,000 bucks. How much per month would that be worth to you for the rest of your life? Well, how about 5,000 bucks a month? Is it worth it to you? If I showed you how to profit 5,000 bucks to keep 5,000 bucks a month for your freedom, okay, would it be worth paying $5,000 a month for that? Well, I certainly hope so, right? Because what I mean is, you make 10, it costs you 5,000 a month, so you keep 5. Wouldn't that be worth it? I would think so. That would make sense, right? But you're not going to pay that much for that, okay? Because your freedom, I hope your freedom is worth $5,000 a month to you, but you're not going to pay that much. Is it worth it? Absolutely, but you're not going to pay that much. Would you pay $5,000 one time? If I showed you how to make $5,000 a month for the rest of your life, is it worth paying $5,000 one time? One time for $5,000 the rest of your month, the rest of your life, I think that should be obvious if that makes sense. So that's the question you have to ask yourself. Is it worth $5,000 one time to take a 4-week class, 60-day guarantee, work with me as a mentor? Would it be worth $5,000 one time for you to learn how to earn $5,000 or more for the rest of your life? I think that makes sense to you. Like, money just goes into my PayPal account while I'm driving. You can work however you want. You heard some testimonials from people who have taken other classes, okay? The best program you'll find for your money. Is that worth it? Is 5,000 bucks worth one time worth it? But I'm going to throw in this, one-on-one personal consultations, because as I mentioned before, I like doing webinars, obviously, but the one-on-one, the personal thing, because each person has their different reasons for why they're doing stuff and their different way of working. And so I like to work personally with people. So that's why I close the class at a certain number, okay? When I hit that, I'm not saying it because of people watching the recording. I just want to make sure that, I can do that. So you're also going to get one-on-one personal consultations before and after, because I want to make sure that you guys continue and succeed. So is that worth it for you to get that? Yes, but you're not going to pay that much, okay? $3,997 one time for you to get everything we've mentioned, all the stuff, but you're not going to pay that much either, okay? Would that be worth it to you? I know, my wife just smiled because honestly, she knows I've paid a lot. And my mentors say I should charge something like that, but the truth is I know who I'm talking to, and I want this to work out for people. I want people to feel comfortable enough. I want people to feel comfortable enough that they do it, because if it were like 10 bucks, you'd be like, sure, but then easy to throw it away, right? But I know that I don't want it to be a barrier either. So here's a special offer. You get everything yours free. All this stuff is yours free along with the class. You're also going to get the platinum package, which is you're going to get to keep all the classes forever. You get all the books and everything. Again, here's the recap. You're going to get the Normal Waiters book and audios. You get the Going Pro an actor's manual, kick-ass manual to go from the dream to the stage to the screen. The YouTube Money Machine, teaching you how to make money with YouTube videos. The Facebook ad explosion, about doing ads on Facebook. You get this awesome how to be an actor in the 21st century report that you can make money with. The 2-hour power video living room seminar. If you act now, you get the how to make money with books for actors. Okay, again, the two of us authors making money with our books. I know that's huge for a lot of people to join just because they want this, because they want my mentorship with books. If you go look me up on Amazon, you'll see I have several books on Amazon, and you'll get to keep, of course, the mastermind sessions afterwards. It's all yours free as part of your tuition for joining this class. And you can get that right. You also get the 60-day money-back guarantee. So go right now to normalwaiters.com/join-our-class to join the class. When you go there, you're going to see a long page of some more testimonials. This video will be on there, unless you're on there right now, and you'll get to join the class there. Here's what I'm going to tell you. There's a timer on the page. When you go to this join our class, this normalwaiters.com/join-our-class, when you go to that page right now, there's a timer there. And when that timer, there's a timer, I think I have it set for like 11 p.m. on West Coast time, but the truth is that it's my time, you know? So when it hits midnight, I am going to up it. And the price is going to go up. You're going to see the timer. Whenever the timer counts down to 0, the price is going to go up. And the dates and all that are going to be on the website. On the website, normalwaiters.com/join-our-class. The dates of when the class starts are going to be there. Yes, you'll get to keep the recordings. When the timer runs 0, the price is going to go up. So depending on when you get there, whenever you get there, it's the lowest price it's going to be. So I'm going to recommend that you join that class right now. I'm telling you it's less than $3,997 right now. I don't know when you get there, but right now I'm telling you it's less than that. For those of you who are here with me live right now, it is a ridiculously low price right now, because I want first timers. I believe in like first action takers. That's why I add the timers. That's why I do that, because I've learned that we have to push people off of indecision. Indecision kills people, because here's what happens. People stop and they go, well, I think about that. I want to do that. I'm going to think about it. And then the days go by and they're like, I think I will. I think I will. And then it closes. And then people are like, oh, I was going to do that. And it's all bullshit. So stop that. If that's the way you make decisions the rest of your life, stop that. Right now is the lowest price it's going to be. So go to normalwaiters.com/join-our-class right now. Remember, you're going to get 2 personal phone consultations, both at the beginning and during, actually, and after during it. We're going to be part of a Facebook group, and you'll have email consultations with me as the class goes on. I want to help you succeed. That's the whole point, okay? Go sign up right now at normalwaiters.com/join-our-class. Right now, I'm going to take some questions. If you have any, do it right now. Start putting them in there. Remember, you get a 60-day money-back guarantee. Any questions you have, post them right now, because it's my intention to answer any of the usual questions and then finish this. So ask your questions right now in the Facebook chat. I'm going to go in there and take a look. I'm going to have my wife go see if there are any questions in there. Go sign up at the class right now. Remember, as the timer clicks down, the price is going up as we speak. The payments are secure by PayPal, okay? You know, I'm a real business and all that. How much is your freedom worth to you? Whatever price you're seeing that's the question I'm asking you. The question I'm asking you is, how much is your freedom worth? When you click that button and see how much it is for the class, for a 4-week class to learn to be free, is it worth more than I told you it's worth more than your college tuition, but can you take this class for the minuscule amount I am offering it for, okay? It's the lowest it's ever going to be in front of you right now. It's the lowest it's ever going to be in front of you right now. So, you know, whatever you're thinking, get off stupid, get off stuck, go. The analysis of paralysis kills people. make that decision and go to nomorewaiters.com/join our class. Click the yes button now. Okay, let me in. What would you do with your freedom? This is what I did. What I chose to do is I went from failure to full-time actor. But I told you before, I'm full-time anything. And I can change if I want, and I can take 16, Michelle, guess what? I can take 16 years off if I want and come back if I feel like it. Does that make sense? Because we can do that. I can still call myself an actor the whole time if I wanted to. I can go do shows without being paid for it. Does that make sense? So, in fact, my friend Gene just wrote of us today. In fact, it's a great example. My friend Gene, his wife is super successful as a choreographer. And so he doesn't have a day job either, right? They have a baby, and so he's like, hey, he's back on the East Coast, and he's like, hey, let's film some stuff. Because he doesn't have a day job, and I don't have a day job, and we're like, yeah, let's go do that, because we can. You understand? What would your life be like if you could make decisions like that, okay? So, if you're thinking why not, here's why not. Why you haven't clicked that button yet. If you got to this point right now in either live or in the video. Thank you. The YouTube plays. Okay, great. Well, thank you for. My wife says she posted the link in the chat, so you can go there. Okay. If you've gotten to this point and you haven't bought yet, here are the reasons. So let's go through them. 1, you don't believe me. But if you're here now, you've heard all this thing all this time. I must have said something that made sense to you enough that you stayed along the way. Because as I said, I made a lot of claims at the beginning, but as you'll know, I've made them. They're all true, right? How to do that there are myriad of ways. I'm going to show you the fastest way, in my opinion, to do that. Because I happen to know that the second I help you make 20 bucks, your eyes will be open, your mind will be open, and you'll get on the path to doing it. And you can have a life of freedom that we have had for 15 years. It hasn't been all, like I said, we're not rich and running around the world and all that stuff, but we have had time to be with each other the whole time. That's what I wanted. I realized it later on. We have a kid now, and we're with him all the time. It's fantastic. Another end of it is that I wake up like, you know what? I want to finish that idea I had. So I just go do that. I was able to write a book. Some of you guys want to write and publish a book. If you want that, I will help you during this class. I've already helped several of our students have kids' books out, health books, things like that. Okay, so there's that. The second thing is that you don't think it'll work for you. But how is that different than acting? There's a part of you that doesn't think it'll work for you. Enough people have told you that, oh, you're going to be an actor. Well, that's hard. But that's just a business that you get a control of. This is the same thing. So I don't care if you don't think it'll work for you. Here you're going to have someone who will help you. Does that make sense? Both on the acting side and on the, because I'm in that same fight, okay? I'm in the same fight. So who cares if you don't think it'll work for you? You're wrong. If you do it, it will. Okay, there's no talent to be worried about. There's nothing like that. If you get enough people in front of the blender who want a blender, they're gonna buy it and you get paid. Does that make sense? Okay. Or you may be a person who doesn't make decisions well. Maybe you are thinking about 20, 30, 50 different things and you don't know how to make a decision. Here's the decision you need to make. Do you want things to stay the same, or are you willing or do you want to make a change? Do you want to add to your knowledge base so that you can change your life? Because the only thing that changes your life is applied knowledge. You have to get the knowledge first before you can apply it. I hope that you have learned a lot from this webinar because I've given you a lot. If you're paying attention, you should have learned a lot from me tonight. And you can just imagine we're going to learn with another 4 90-minute sessions along with all the other materials that you're going to get. Not just from me, but from other people, because I'm going to give you recommendations to keep this going for you. You might be in a constant state of fear, and your whole decision-making process is how not to lose. A lot of people make decisions from the direction of what you're going to lose. You're thinking about the money or the time or whatever, or whatever. I don't want to feel like an idiot. I don't want to not know what he's talking about. You make decisions from that way. That's the failure's way to make a decision. If you go up to bat, if you're trying to make sure you don't strike out, that's not the way to win a game. The way to win a game is to get a base hit or hit a home run. That's why you're up there. Okay? You don't go to not strike out. So what would you lose anyway? And there's a guarantee anyway, so you won't lose anything unless you don't do anything. So let's go. And if you don't trust yourself to do something, then pay more money than's on there to kick your own ass. You hear me? Then pay what's there and then add $5,000 to make yourself do it. Okay? You also might not believe in you, but that's cool because I do. And it's just that I know better than you. I know what it takes more than you do. Okay? If the Amazon demo opened your eyes, then it's just a matter of applied knowledge. Once you get it, you can apply it. I can give you the knowledge. That's all I can do. Now, if you see this right now, it's just too much money for you. Let me just say this. You've been working for years. You earn money the way you earn money. And what you're doing still hasn't brought you enough to get the tuition for this class to completely change the way you make money. Does that make sense? So saying I don't have any money to go make money is a problem. And it's an excuse because it's not true. Here's what I mean. You can put it on a credit card and the minimum payment, you can pay the minimum payments from now till for 30 years. But if you learn from here and make $1 more than the minimum payment, then you're ahead of the game forever. Okay? So saying you don't have, it's just too much money for you is probably not true because it's the least it's ever going to be anyway. Okay? And I'm going to tell you to go find it because it's worth far more than I'm asking. For 4 weeks of my life helping you, And by the way, somebody was like, well, Bones, you're getting paid to teach the class, right? You're trading your time for money. But here's the thing you don't understand. Then I'm going to turn around and sell the recordings as I have already. Does that make sense? So yeah, I'm doing the work once, but I'm going to continue to get paid for it by the recordings. I hope that just blew your mind, by the way. For some of you just went, oh, yeah. And now you're joining. So go to normalwaiters.com/join our class. How much is your freedom worth? That's the question to you. What would you do with your freedom? That's what I'm offering you. It's final lesson. Here's the final lesson, okay? You get to choose who you want to be each day. With each decision point in your life, you get to choose which direction you want to go. Are you moving away from pain or moving toward pleasure? I'm giving you the option right now to move toward the life you want, which is I called it how to build your acting business without a day job, but I'm telling you how to build your life without a day job. How to stop trading your time for money so that you're not thinking about, oh, well, when I'm 65, I'll get to do something. But I'm talking about when you start earning money outside of a day job, you get to do what you want to do that day. I want that to make sense to you. That's the final lesson for today, that your decisions each day create the person you are becoming. So I hope you don't let whatever doubts you have or whatever stop you from joining our class right now. Remember, it's the least it's going to be ever right now. So I'm going to take some questions right now. I'm going to leave this screen up as I answer questions. So if you have questions, put them in the Facebook group right now. Remember, you're getting all of this. And I'm going to escape out of this. And I'm going to go look at the Facebook group myself. Oh, well, you guys are gonna see what I'm looking at anyway. So let's see. I'm going to put, instead of top comments, I'm going to put most recent. I want to see if any questions. I am trying to get on my computer and having issues, but I will keep trying. I was wondering if there's a payment plan for those who physically do not have the finances at this time. If you don't have a specific amount in the bank, there's an outstanding opportunity and it makes complete sense. Thank you, Taryn. You know what, Taryn? Thank you for asking me. I will do that. I will do that tonight. It's going to end up being more than the lowest point. Obviously, I want to give first action people the best deal. I'm sure that makes sense to you. I will add a pay plan. In fact, I will do that based on a different, I will email out for when I do that, okay? But it's going to be a little more, okay? Hey, Crystal, thank you hey, I'm glad, so Crystal's here. If you'll see Crystal, here's her book that she wrote. And Crystal and I keep trying to let Crystal do a webinar with me so I can help her both promote her book and talk about how she built her book. But let's look at Crystal's book. In fact, okay, anyone who goes and buys Crystal's book right now for $2.99, you go buy any student who gets the class and buys Crystal's book, I will refund you $10. You hear me? Anyone who goes and buys Crystal's book right now, while the class is open, so if you're watching this on replay, if you go to this post that's here on the Facebook group, I'm an actor, damn it. If you see Crystal's book right here, if you click on it and it comes up, if you buy this book, for $2.99, I will give you $10. I'm paying you $10 to buy Crystal's $2.99 book. There, for everyone who does that, I just made you money. Everyone who's a student, everyone who also joins the class. Okay, so so the next time you hear anything about Bones Rodriguez, you tell him, no, I made $7 from that fucking guy. from joining this class, I made $7. Okay, and I want Crystal to know because she did that, man. She took my class, she learned with me. She's part of our Facebook group too, so she asked questions along the way, and I want her to be successful. Here's part of what I told her. This book is geared toward parents who have a new baby coming. Okay, and part of what I taught her is that that's who she has to target on Facebook or wherever. Now, Crystal, I'm gonna tell you right now, you can target that on Facebook. We can talk about it in the Facebook group one of these days, and target people with 2 kids or have a baby on the way. Facebook actually has that, and you can target those people, and you can just send them straight to this page. Okay, I don't know if it'll be profitable for you, but as you know, the 3 little words: build a list. You know what I'm saying. Okay, so you're welcome. Let's see, 100,000 a year, Swiss Swice. That's nothing, man. It's nothing. You're worth more than 100,000 a year. Your life is worth more than that. I promise you. 30,000 because I can be free to do what I want to do. I don't have to be forced to replace schooling. Okay, exactly. So Taryn, exactly. Think about that, and think about how. I mean, frankly, it's little, right? It's not even $3,000 a month. 30,000 bucks. It's not even $100 a day. Okay. So if you can learn how to make $100 a day, then you can do that. Then you can make 30,000. Does that make sense? And you can either think about it as $100 a day, or you can think about it as $700 a week, or you can think about it as $3,000 a month. It doesn't matter, because if you sell one thing where you get a $3,000 commission, and I will show you how to do that. Let me say it again, where you can sell one thing that gives you a $3,000 commission, then you only have to do that once a month. Okay? Finish producing. I hear you, brother. I hear you. The web series. I hear you. If I got that, I would get rid of my $28,000 of debt. Move to LA. Focus on learning more from the skill of acting. Okay, so Taryn, you know what? I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you to stop trying to pay your debt off first. Just let it go, man. Just pay whatever it is your minimum is for the rest of your life, and keep going. Because your life's more important. A lot of people will try to pay off their debt before they go try to do anything. Do the life while you're paying. Okay, don't postpone life anymore. It's a mistake I made actually at first for a long time. I'm just kind of, I still struggle with fixing that. Okay. Let's see. Invest in my brand. Repeat. I don't see any real questions on here. Are there any in the YouTube page?
Michelle's asking
Michelle.
it was.
Okay, well, Michelle, go to the page and look. Okay. I don't see the link that you posted here.
Me?
I don't see that you linked the
I did.
You did? Let's do it again. http www.nomorewaiters.
It's funny, the things come up in
Actually,
weird order. They actually
I'm not gonna put it there.
for different people.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
It's-
Okay. If it's there, it's there. Cool.
You may have to refresh it.
Yeah, I did. No, that doesn't matter. Cool. As long as I'm not missing any questions. So cool. Well, look, you guys, I'm gonna close this up now. I've gone a little longer than I wanted to, not by much. So go to nomorewaiters.com/join our class. For you, you get everything. Okay. Do it before the timer runs out on that page, because it's the lowest price it's going to be. I will add a to-pay option there. Okay. But don't wait for it. If you can pay for it now, I'm telling you, it's going to cost you a little more, because it should. That's how that works. So buy now. Go to nomorewaiters.com/join our class, because it's the lowest it's going to be. If you've learned a lot, if you want to watch this again, cool, but just know that the time is ticking. If you have any questions, add them here. You can email me if you want. You've probably got emails from me, bones@bonesrodriguez.com. But just know that, no, I won't hold the price while you're thinking about it. It's not fair to people who have joined our class. So you can private message me on Facebook if you want. All those things are available. I'm going to keep the doors open until Sunday, but as I told you, it's going to keep going up. Price just keeps going up. So that is it. Go to nomorewaiters.com/join our class. I don't see any questions. maybe refresh again. If anybody has a question, PM me or something. I'm gonna go. So thanks for being here. I'm glad you spent this time with me. I hope that you felt it was valuable to you. Remember, I wanted to earn your trust, your business, and your recommendation. So share this. Hey, maybe you have a friend. If you both want to join, no, you can't both join under one payment. No, that's not nice. It's cheating and lying and stealing. But you know, there's always negotiation. But know that the timer keeps going. So I will talk to you soon. You guys are amazing. The people who work with me, I really enjoy working with them. Crystal is one of them, and I'm glad you showed up, Crystal. Thanks so much, and go buy her book because I'm gonna. If you're part of the class, I'll give you $10. So I don't earn anything from her book, by the way. I just want you to know that. So I just like my students winning, man. I like my students to win. So I will talk to you soon. Remember, there are two kinds of actors: those who bring the check to the table, those who get the check in the mail. Which do you want to be? Doing what everybody else does doesn't work for 98% of the people. Stop waiting tables, walking dogs, and watching babies. You can do better. Stop waiting. Stop waiting tables. Stop waiting to be discovered, and stop waiting for a miracle. Join our class now. NoMoreWaiters.com/join our class. I am Bones Rodriguez. I believe in you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. I'm going. Here we go. Stop sharing. And I believe in you. I was saying, I wanted to leave it up with my face. Stop waiting. Stop waiting tables. Stop waiting to be discovered. Stop waiting for a miracle. You can do this. No more waiters. Stop waiting tables, watching babies, and walking dogs. I'm Bones. Talk to you soon.